Welcome to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm John. We're a couple of overweight barbecue enthusiasts trying to share our love for sweet and smoky food with the world.
Thanks for hanging out with us as we talk about life, share recipes, successes, and failures that have all led to our love of cooking outdoors. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fat Guys with Smokers. I'm Mike here with John.
That's me.
In the Fat Guys cave down here.
We're getting there.
Tell us about what's going on behind us, John.
We've only been talking about this for
A year?
almost. Podcast started in January.
Yeah.
Maybe it came. I think the first couple episodes came out at the end of December.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And we added video in February?
Shortly after.
Yeah. February-ish. Mm-hmm. And then we started talking about the studio like March or April. Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
The 1st of November.
Yeah. We're doing it. I think it was great. Very
We're
cool.
getting there. We've got another panel to finish off, kind of right back in this general area behind me. And then we've got a bunch of stickers that people have sent us to put up. And
yeah, that'll be cool.
I've got a Mito Bandito sign that I've been holding on since I went to Waxahachie.
Yes. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Great. Great work. Yeah.
What's new, Mike?
Dude, I was just going to say. We used to spend a lot of time together, and now we don't see each other as often.
I know. Our responsibilities at church changed a little bit, which has been great. I've spent way more time at home than I used to.
No complaints.
But yeah, the time's been filled up with other stuff. So this is our now like weekly solidarity.
Yeah, this is where we see each other and
we get to
talk
do stuff.
and yep.
I've never been so happy to own a Blackstone as I am tonight.
Oh, do tell.
We're getting ready to go down to St. George. We've got a family reunion with Haley's family this weekend. And everyone like picks a meal to cook, and we're doing breakfast on Friday, I think. And we're doing breakfast casseroles.
Okay.
But they always take forever to cook if you're cooking everything raw. So we're cooking the bacon, the sausage, the potatoes, everything ahead of time.
Jacobson style.
Yeah, so all you've got to do is pour eggs on it and bake it for a half hour, 45 minutes, and you're done.
Very cool.
But I cooked 4 pounds of bacon. Almost overflowed my grease pan. 5+ pounds of sausage. And like, I don't know, it's an 8-pound bag. I didn't do the whole thing, but the majority of an 8-pound bag of tater tots.
Oh, wow.
And those tater tots are the best dang tater tots I've ever had in my life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How did you cook it? Just fried on the Blackstone?
Yeah, I cooked the bacon, cooked the sausage, and then like there was enough grease and crap down that then I just threw the tater tots, and we bought them at Sam's. Costco doesn't sell tater tots, in case if you were curious.
Really?
No, they do sell tater tots, but Haley wanted hash browns, and Sam's didn't have them either.
Okay.
I take it back. Neither one of them sold shredded hash browns, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
But now that I say that, I think they have dehydrated ones we could have done. Anyways,
Tater
tots. So the bag had been sitting out from the store for, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And that's the only thing different. I've done like fully frozen tater tots before, and it's been a major disaster. They've just crumbled and fallen apart. But I threw those out tonight right onto the Blackstone. Hit them with some Meat Church Gospel and just let them sit. Tossed them a couple of times, hit them with a little more Gospel. Best dang tater tot.
Really? And you use those for your breakfast stuff?
Yeah, I mean, normally we would have done like shredded hash browns or country potatoes, but we couldn't find them in bulk without going back to Walmart, and I already been there once today, and I didn't want to go back. So
Sure.
yeah, we're gonna use them in breakfast stuff.
So you think kind of letting them thaw out a little bit helped the cooking process?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of things on Instagram too of people that have done tater tots or French fries, and they always say you need to let them thaw.
No frozen, huh? Right on.
Seems true. But yeah, Napoleon would have asked for some of my tots.
Was he against tots or something? Oh, I was thinking Bonaparte.
I was like, did you grow up in this valley? Napoleon Dynamite was filmed 50 miles north of us.
Give me some of your tots.
Not
I've
even
been eating
50
all
miles.
day.
I bet it's like 30 miles.
Yeah, do you know my dad's in the credits of that film?
Is he really?
Yeah, he did a lot of their, because he worked at the paper over in Preston, and so he did a lot of their PR stuff. So
That's pretty cool.
they shot him a credit. Pretty fun. Speaking of shooting credits, I like that segue. What's our shout out this week, John?
Our shout out this week is Smoking with Trev.
Smoking with Trev.
And
Turns out all my volume's still on from watching all his videos.
Mine are too. Yeah. Trevor Lemon. Check that guy out on... sorry, my doorbell's going off. Who's at my house at 9 o'clock? I don't know. Yeah, Trevor Lemon. Check him out on Instagram. I think you've got him on TikTok.
Yeah, I've got him on TikTok. I'm sure it's the same
super cool stuff. He has got a peach bacon jam on here that's one of his videos that I've seen bacon jam a couple of times. We're big fans of peaches here at my house. That I've got some peach jam that Haley made out in my out of my freezer that I may have to borrow a bunch and make this bacon jam because it looks delicious. Bacon, onions.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Peach.
Dude, I made, spoiler alert, because this is going to be my next send it video once I figure out how to do it, but I made some bacon jam yesterday.
What?
It was the best thing I've ever made in my life.
Why am I just finding out about this?
Well, because I forgot until right now. I did a lot yesterday.
How did you forget bacon jam of all things?
Well,
I get not remembering how many kids you have, remembering your kids' names, your wedding anniversary.
Well, I don't want to rain on Trev's parade, but dude.
Bacon jam?
Dude, it was good. I mean, I still have some. I had to bring you some.
I'm a big fan of bacon jam.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Anyways, check Trev out. Smoking with Trev. He'll be tagged down below in the show notes.
Yeah, deliciousness. Thanks, Trev, for your sharing your talents with us.
Those jalapeno poppers look good too.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking at the jalapeno bacon boats.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. Yeah. Or potato boats or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like a twice baked potato, but makes it jalapeno popper style. Looks awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll here for a minute.
Yeah, dude, those pictures look good. Well, I don't know.
Why don't we talk about your new series?
Sure.
On the IG. Have you posted it to the TikTok?
No, I need to. I forgot about that.
Can we call it? Do you call it the TikTok or?
I think you call it the TikTok.
The TikTok.
I have no idea. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't run this by John at all. I was.
Hey man, I send it.
There's a big story here. So we decided. When did we decide that we've got to take social media a little better if we're trying to interact with our dudes?
Which time?
Yeah, that's true. But
most recently, about a month ago.
Yeah, and we were doing pretty good.
And then we flaked out for like a week and a half.
Well, here's the story. We got busy, and I didn't want to just produce garbage. Like, you watch these videos like Malcolm Reed and Meat Church and these guys. I mean, they've been doing it a long time. They're good at what they do. They've got probably a whole production crew, but they practice what they do several times in advance. But this is like their full-time gig. And so it's hard for us to do that. And so that's kind of been my excuse holding back. Like, I need to post something, but I haven't had a chance to try this recipe out. and I'm not going to post it, like, if I don't know how well it works, blah, 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 blah. And also, we've talked about how difficult it is to just make videos and how much time it takes and stuff. You want to get it right. I mean, nothing will ruin the fun of cooking more than trying to video yourself as you do it, I've learned. So anyway, I was just thinking yesterday, and I had a chance to cook a little bit yesterday and just thought, you know what I'm going to do? And I hope that you join me in this, John. I'm just going to start sending it. Like, I'm just going to say, hey, look, we are nothing if not authentic. I feel like that's our strength here. And this is what you see is what you get. You're going to, like, go along with me for the ride as this either crashes and burns or is completely delicious, you know?
I should say if I still have the video, because I started to do how to take the membrane off the back of ribs.
Uh-huh.
And I bought them at Costco, and Costco removes the membrane for you. And I'm like standing there, like scraping it for like, I'm like, where's the membrane?
Oh,
so
you definitely should, because that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, it's meant to be like, yeah, I mean,
I was so mad too. Like, what a gift not to have to deal with silver skin on the back of your ribs. And I was like violently angry. Like, my kids were like, Dad needs a minute. Just walk.
Just walk away. Ask Mom. Don't even think about it.
Don't talk to Dad.
Well, and my thoughts are, like, I love sharing our recipes and stuff, but I feel like our strength is in our authenticity. We're a couple of regular guys that really like to barbecue and try new things, and I mean, call it a comedy series if you want to. Like, I just want to put out what we're doing, and if it fails, like, I've got probably 4 or 5 videos on my phone that I was like, this will be good, and then I was like, I can't post that to the internet. So anyway, yesterday I was just thinking, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna send it. Like, we'll just give it a shot.
Can I just say, I don't know if this was intentional. I believe in my heart of hearts it was intentional.
Uh-huh.
But I loved the throwback to the John and Mike Presents.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
That's what I was going
Dr.
for.
Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags.
Fun with Flags.
So,
yeah.
Easter egg if you're a Big Bang fan.
Yep.
Go check out our first couple of YouTube videos and look at the background. It was pretty awesome.
Shout out to Haley for that one, right? That was awesome. Anyway, so yeah. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, and we'll see. We are so busy, so it's hard to stay consistent with stuff and hard to come up with ideas. But I just thought, you know what? Let's just be real with people, and you know, and I mean, the production value is not great because a lot of times either I'm doing it or my 11-year-old's holding the phone, or sometimes my wife, and you get what you get. But you know, I think it could be funny, honestly, is what I'm going for.
I thought it was great. So why don't you tell us what you made? Because it's one that I've wanted to make for a while.
Well, I have seen this, and I watched a lot of videos. And we've shouted out most of the people I watched. I've watched Malcolm Reed do this. I've watched Meat Church do this. I've watched Cowboy Kent Rollins do this. I think it's a Southern thing, I assume, because I have never even heard of it.
Man, bless the South.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen him in the South before like this, but it's almost like a hush puppy. But it's almost like fried from the inside out because it's like the grease from the sausage is baking the bread.
That's what kind of bakes it. Yeah. And everything I've seen, it's been like, this is my favorite holiday dish. So maybe it's just like a holiday thing that they do. Maybe. But I tell you what, it was bomb. So, and it's pretty simple. But it's a sausage and cheese ball. And so what I did was I grabbed, my goal, Matt and Mikkel, my neighbors, always do donuts across the street for Halloween. And, you know, people just flock to them. And we don't get a ton of trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood because all of our houses are up like 18 concrete steps. And everybody's like,
it's a workout over there, man.
Yeah, so I thought my goal was to like hand it out to people as they trick-or-treated. But as I usually do, I overscheduled myself and finished while everybody was like finishing their trick-or-treating. So So I made a lot. So I put 2 pounds of sausage. I put 1 pound of hot, just Jimmy Dean sausage, 1 pound of original sausage. And then everything I saw, it's like a biscuit sausage ball.
Yeah.
I didn't have any biscuit mix, so I threw pancake mix in there.
I support it.
And I was kind of like, I don't know, but I think it turned out really good. And then I've seen a lot of different things that people have used. I just threw a package of cream cheese in there, and then I threw some pepper jack cheese. I had cheddar cheese too, which I wonder if I should have done because the cheese ratio seemed a little light, but I didn't. So I just did those 2 things. Little sneezing in there, just put some AP rub and some onion powder. I've also seen people put like onions in there, but I didn't have any, so I didn't. And then you just like mush it together with your hands. I did put some Worcestershire sauce. I'm missing something.
A jalapeno.
I did. I grated an entire jalapeno in there.
Seeds and all.
Yeah, with everything, which I thought I saw one of the videos I watched. Must have been Kent Rollins. He was just like, check this out. And he just did the whole, I was like, that's genius. So that's what I did. Mixed it up good. 1 jalapeno for that much stuff did not make it crazy spicy too much. But
Could you taste it though?
Yeah, it added a little kick to it.
Nice.
But it was so much that like my mother-in-law ate it and was like, oh, yeah, that's not that spicy. It's pretty good. So, anyway, and then made them into balls. And I smoked them on my drum for about 40 minutes. And it held steady about 250, 275. So I guess not steady, but it... Whoa. I didn't even know there was a spring there. Anyway, it held, I guess not super steady, but between 250 and 275.
I would have thought
it
would have had to go hotter.
Yeah, well, that was my plan, but I was doing a bunch of other stuff and didn't ever take my last pipe cap off my nipple. So
Nipple.
I said it. So
Oh, Haley's gonna be so embarrassed.
yeah, sorry, Haley. That was my bad. I let him into that. But I tell you what, if I lob you one up, I expect you to knock it out of the park. So
How do you not laugh at that?
oh, go. Anyway,
No.
it was pretty good. Like I was excited to try it, and it did not disappoint.
That's awesome. No, they're on my list to make. I've got a box of the Red Lobster cheddar biscuit mix that I think is going to be bomb.
Where did you find said box?
It was one of the it was either Costco or Sam's Club. I'm guessing Costco because we've been shopping there more.
So I was looking at the grocery store, and I couldn't find it, but I was kind of in a hurry. So I was just like, I'll just use pancake mix. What could go wrong?
Can I tell you, I went to Walmart today. Like, had to go get, like, road trip snacks. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, the first time I've been in a grocery store, and I, like, genuinely don't know how long it's been. If it's not, like, on grocery pickup, we don't do it anymore.
Dude, that's the only way to do it.
Yeah. I think the folks at Walmart, like, had a heads up that COVID was coming.
Yeah, they must have, because they were ready.
Because, like, grocery pickup had just become a thing. They had just gotten it good, and then, like, all of a sudden, bam, here's COVID.
Yeah. And it's just so...
It's so convenient.
Awesome. Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah, I support.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to try that. And I really would have thought you'd have to go hotter to get the dough to set up.
Yeah, see, and it worked out really good. I wonder, had I gone hotter, if it would be a little more crispy. Like, they were very smooth, and they were good. And, I mean, everything was done. I checked the internal temps and stuff. But it wasn't, I didn't really get that. And part of it was because I cooked it in a pan on my smoker instead of just directly over a grate or something. I expected a little bit more of, like, a crispy finish, and it didn't really have that. Like, I was going to stick a toothpick in it and hand it to people. And while I think they would have held together, I don't think it would have worked quite as well as, like,
Gotcha.
You know, a hotter temperature, tightening them up and keeping them together. So,
yeah. Well, I like the idea of, like, starting low. And maybe when I do it, that's what I'll do. I'll start low and
Yeah.
then finish them for like 15 minutes at 325 or something.
There you go. Crank it up a little bit so they tighten up, but they still get that smoke flavor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Cold and wet. That's how you get smoke. So I did, so for the preschool trunk or treat, we, I was worried I was going to be the only dad there. Haley was helping in one of the classes, and it had to be in two places at once. So Dad stepped up and tried to play Mr. Mom. But I took my kettle,
Nice.
and then put a smoke tube in it, and had smoke roll in.
That's awesome.
It was cool, except that a couple of the teachers that know me were like, "Tell me there's ribs in there." I'm like, "No, there's not ribs in there.
Just for looks.
What do you think this is?"
They're super disappointed. You blew it.
Yeah, but I've thought about doing that. My across the street neighbors do scones every year, and then we were joking. He's like, "Don't you show me up this year?" Because I sat outside and had my little fireplace going, and tried not to freeze to death. It was cold.
It was chilly.
It got cold fast.
For sure.
But I was thinking about that I should do ribs one year or something, or at least like pulled pork sliders.
Yeah.
Hand those out.
I thought about that. I feel like, I don't think the kids would like it. They're in it for the candy and getting as much as they can. But I'd love to. Our buddy Danny with the lamb chops that we talked about, he always does chili every year. And he has his little trailer. He's like, go inside, get some chili, whatever. So something like that just for the parents, I feel like would be kind of fun. But I also worry about acting like I'm trying to show up my neighbors or something dumb like that,
No, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I love the competition. Let's go.
That's what this great nation was founded on.
Hey man, if I get it, so between the two of us, we've got neon signs and flashing lights. Like, I am all for things getting out of control and scaling out of proportion.
That's fair.
But I don't know. It's funny. Like, our normal audience are guys our age. That's who we are targeting in this.
Right.
I am blown away at the number of kids from like 12 to 16. They're like, "Dude, I was listening to your podcast. My dad started listening, but I'm the one that listens now."
Dude, I've got a lot of students that are like, "Dude, when are you guys releasing the new episode?" And I'm like, it's awkward because I don't want to like promote it at school. I don't feel like I can ethically do that as a teacher. But I've got my sticker on my water bottle and stuff, so kids will ask me about it. And anyway, it's kind of fun, and they are more into it than I would have thought that they would be. Like, seriously, you just talk about smoking meat? That's awesome. Yeah, and it's like, give it a listen.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like, I don't want to push it, but at the same time, like, it's fun to joke with the neighborhood kids. Like, I genuinely think the kids on my street would be totally down for pork sandwiches.
Yeah, for reals, man.
So maybe next year.
There you go.
Maybe.
Dun, dun, dun. It just requires more planning because I'm always going to decorate big too. And then October 30th comes and I'm like, it's not going to happen.
I know. We got home from that trunk or treat on Monday, which you didn't bother to show up to.
I was there.
What?
Yeah. I watched you pack up. I was walking over to say hi to you and then you left.
Well, yeah, it got cold, man, and I was done.
That's fair. I got there late. I had my computer science class, but
yeah, no, I was like freezing.
I saw you did.
My dog and I were like sitting on my tailgate, holding each other, trying to stay warm. And I was like, "I'm done. I'm out of here. Let's go."
See ya.
But got home and we hadn't carved pumpkins yet, and I was just like, "Oh well, not gonna happen this year. Sorry, guys." And Haley's like, "That's not acceptable."
That's exactly what happened at my house.
And I was like, "Do we have to?"
Freaking moms, man.
Super moms.
They're so good.
Making all the kids' dreams come true because I would not.
Seriously, if it were me, it would be like, that's a dumb tradition. We're not doing that anymore because I'm too lazy to do it. Not because it's a dumb tradition.
Yeah, I'd just be like, that's a pagan ritual, guys. We don't do that.
We don't believe in that anymore. Carving pumpkins is of the devil. Everything's the devil to you, Mama.
It's the devil, I tell you.
Foosball.
All right, Bobby Boucher. Well, with that,
Yeah.
I feel like we've reached that point in the time where we're now just rambling.
Yeah, I think they're playing our song for sure.
The song?
That's the one. Wow.
Until next time. Thanks for listening to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't forget to tune in for even more nonsense from a couple of Fat Guys with Smokers.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.